Hello everyone, Mrs. Wall here. The story I'm going to be reading to you all today is called A Quiet Place. We could all use a quiet place sometimes, and as you can see, I'm in my own quiet place. So let us begin, shall we? This story is also for everyone who will listen. Sometimes a person needs a quiet place. A place to rest your ears from bells ringing and whistles shrieking and grown-ups talking and engines roaring and horns blaring and grown-ups talking and radios playing and grown-ups, well, even grown-ups need a quiet place sometimes. But if you can't find one, you have to look. Look. As I said, we all need a quiet place sometimes. Get all the noise out of our heads. Sometimes it takes a little bit of looking. You could look under a bush, a lilac bush in your own backyard. When you crawl underneath it, all the sounds of the world seem soft and far away, and you can be a pirate, finding buried treasure on a desert island. A bush could be your quiet place until someone calls you to clean your room. Then, who could that be calling you to clean your room? I think we can figure that one out quite easily. You could look in the woods. You might find an old stump for a chair, or a mossy log for a couch, and a green mansion of shadows and sunbeams. It's not really quiet, of course. Blue jays scream. They scream lots of warnings, and wind sings in the leaves, but it feels quiet. And you can be a timber wolf, the gray ghost of the forest. The woods could be your quiet place. But if the woods are too dark and deep, what do you do? I just myself. Boy, look at those wolves. Oh, goodness. I don't know if I showed you the last page, but I better go back and show you that. He's in the lilac bush in his backyard. Sorry about that, guys. We'll keep moving forward. You could look by the sea on the beach early in the morning. Your footprints are the first of the day. The waves are roaring and the gulls are crying, but it doesn't seem noisy. And you can just be an explorer, discovering a world continent. The beach could be your quiet place. But if the beach is not your cup of tea, it certainly is mine. I wouldn't mind being there right about now. Make sure that you can get a really good look. You could look in the desert where old man saguaro reaches for the sky, and far off thunderheads bloom like sky flowers over the mesas. A cactus wren drops by for a visit, while a horned toad blinks in the sun, and you can be a Pony Express rider, galloping through the Old West. The desert could be your quiet place, but if the desert is a bit too dry, then we could use rain. Cool picture. Pretty cool picture. You could sit by a pond. A heron by the shore stands still as a tree branch, and the water is so calm it looks like a mirror. Then a frog plops from a lily pad, and your face begins to wiggle. And you can be the world's greatest fisherman, reeling in a monster catch. A pond could be your quiet place. But if the fish aren't biting, what do? Sometimes you just have to move to another area. You could look in a cavern where every footstep echoes, and the slow drip, drip of water builds new rocks that hang like icicles or stand like sculptures, where days and nights and weeks and years are all the same. And you could be a cave dweller in the lair of the saber-toothed tiger. A cave could be your quiet place, but if a cave is too dark and cold and damp, where will you go? You could climb to the top of a hill where clouds float by ships or alligators or elephants. On a hilltop you can see a long way and think long thoughts about how and what and why. And you can be a mountain climber on the top of the world. A hilltop could be your quiet place, but if your legs are just too tired for climbing, then I think that you should just sit and take a break, right? He's way at the top, king of the mountain. You could wait for a snowy day and lie down in a snowdrift. All around you feel... My phone just rang. All around you, the falling snow whispers and wraps the world in silence. If you listen closely, you can almost hear it breathing. You breathe softly, too. You can pretend to be a polar bear sleeping. In a land where the snowy silence never ends, a snowdrift could be your quiet place. But if it's too warm for snowdrifts, oops, hold on. Turn back so that you can see the page. Absolutely, we can't skip any pages. He's having fun in the snow. And then you look over here, the polar bear looks like he's hibernating and getting his rest. I could go for doing both. You could visit a museum where brass tigers and bronze lions stand silent guard over fabulous treasures. Every painting is a magic show that your own imagination can open wide and climb through. And you can be an artist, admiring your own masterpiece. A museum could be your quiet place, but if the museum is closed for renovation, I wonder what where to then? There's the museum with all of those beautiful paintings. That could possibly be your masterpiece. You could go to a secret corner of the library where the only people talking are between the covers of books. They speak softly. You can only hear them in your head as you read about forests and oceans and deserts and caverns and museums and 1,000 other things. A library could be your quiet place. But if the library isn't open yet, then what do you do? Let us find out. I can't wait until I turn the page. You could come home and clean your room and read your own books and think your own thoughts and feel your own feelings and discover the very best quiet place of all, the one that's always there no matter where you go or where you stay. Looks pretty comfortable to me. And that is the one inside of you. Discover the very best quiet place of all. Again, the one inside of you. Thank you, everyone. I enjoyed reading to you all and seeing you all, and we'll see you next time.